So we're going to do not a deep dive, but kind of an overview of Skyslope, because when you put a house in escrow or you take a listing, you have to upload everything into Skyslope because that's the QC's department of their way of overseeing and double checking all your contracts. So the best way to get in there is you log into Enterprise, just like you probably should do every day, because this is sort of the portal for everything. And then if you scroll down to the technology section, you'll see a giant button for Skyslope. You can also, if you're like me, set up a link so you go there directly. And if any of you want this list of links that are all EXP related, I can send it to you because I put it in a spreadsheet because people have asked me for it.
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't know why. Jeez, ew. This is annoying. My computer is freaking out. I spent an hour filling out an Excel spreadsheet this morning, and then my computer crashed. And I had to start over. I was super happy about that. You guys might have that same issue. You notice I logged in and then it gave me that error. All I do is click on the Skyslope logo and it pulls me in. So Patrick, if you're coming in here for the first time, you can manage your existing transactions or listings. You can also create, if I click on manage transactions, it gives me this big green button right here. So I can create a transaction.
Okay.
If you create a transaction, the easiest way I've found is to search by address. So I click on this tab, I'll type 12344 whatever, right? Let's say it's Taylor Avenue. Once it finds the address, it appears down here, this is a hyperlink. So you want to click that hyperlink and it'll import the address into a wizard. Then what you do is you go through, and like I say in so many other trainings, I use the tab button because it forces you to go through each of the fields because you want to be as complete as you can, right? Shift tab goes backwards. So if I had, when I'm doing this, I usually have the listing up on a different screen so I can copy and paste things like the listing broker's contact info or whatever. So I would paste the MLS number. I would pick what type of checklist I want, which is really asking what type of transaction is it? Is it a residential sale? Is it a land sale or lease, etc., right? So I'm going to say it's a residential sale. So that would be a client of yours buying a house. And I tab through. Go ahead. Somebody ask a question or? Right, so use the tab button to go through and fill everything out. If there's a co-buyer agent, you can list that. You're going to represent the purchaser. Let's pretend the house cost $650 and it was built in 1925 or whatever, right? Source, personal referral, unless you want to track some other lead source, right? But most of your deals are going to be personal referral. Escrow number. You notice there's no red asterisk here, but there is a good chance I already know the escrow number because it's oftentimes going to be in the listing, in the agent only remarks. So if it is, I would paste it in there. Is it an office lead? No, and so on, right? So I would go through all these things. When I click next, I'm not going to do it because I don't want an extraneous transaction. But when I click next, it's going to then take me into a wizard that goes through all the contacts, right? So this is an existing transaction. This first tab is that field we were just looking at, right? And then you would click next and it would say, okay, who is the seller? And I've already filled that out, right? And then you click next, who is the buyer? I've already filled that out, and so on. So you work through these contacts, and then you're going to get to the commission, right? This is where you tell the system how much you're getting paid. This is where once you've done the first 3 tabs, you're going to have this giant checklist, and these green boxes are actually going to be red because it'll say required. And this is where you upload your document, right? And the easiest way to upload your document is to go over here. If you have, let's say, the earnest money deposit, right? I have a 1-page PDF that is the earnest money deposit. I just click on the attach button. It'll open up an upload screen. I can click on upload document. I can grab it off my hard drive and so on. But when I'm doing this for the first time, I'm probably uploading a purchase and sale agreement that might be 25 pages long, right? They make it super easy for you if it is that. Because look at over here, right? Form 21, legal, 22A, 22D, 22E, 22J, 22K, and so on, right? To do that, go to the Documents tab, click on the Upload Document button. It'll open up that same window. Upload the purchase and sale. If I scroll down here, you're going to see, here it is, mutual acceptance. So this document is all, 25 pages or whatever, 28 pages. But when I uploaded it, you can click on this and you can click split. And this is really cool because split allows me to look at the pages on the right side and label them on the left side. And then the system will split the file apart and push the Form 21, for example, is pages 3 through 9 or whatever, 3 through 8. I just come over here and I go 3 through 8, type the number 21. This would say required, right? Because I'm imagining I hadn't done it yet. And I would just click that. And I would do that for every document until this side of the page had broken up the document into however many addenda there are. Not pages, but addenda, right? So 22A is 3 pages long, 22D is 2 pages long, 22E is 1, J is 2, K is 1, and so on. And then I hit split and assign, and it drops everything into, I'm going to get out of here, into the checklist, right? So when you do that, the checklist is now going to, these are all going to turn yellow, and they're going to say review. So that sends a message to the QC department that Patrick just uploaded a purchase and sale that they need to look at. Does that make sense? And what you want, let me open up this one. You want everything green in your checklist except for these 2 at the bottom. Commission check after closing and final settlement statement after closing. Once these are all green, then they'll send a CD to escrow so you can get paid. So on mine, on this one, I've got everything green except 2 of them. So let's fix that. I'm going to hit attach, upload document. I'm going to go over here. This is actually a deal I'm helping Bart. You guys know Bart. I'm helping him put together. So earnest money receipt just came in this morning. Boom, now earnest money receipt turned yellow and it says in review. I go down here to proof of funds, attach, upload document. Proof of funds came in this morning as well. Boom, now everything is yellow. So that's going to give the QC department an email that says, hey, this one's ready to look at because everything is in there. Does that make sense? And then if there's something wrong, they'll put notes right here that say, hey, you missed an initial, or hey, this is the wrong form, or whatever, right? So you'll get feedback. You can also look at the notes from the feedback in the log. This one probably won't have much in the log other than what I've been doing, which is uploading. But then you'll start to see notes from the QC department that say, hey, Ed, thanks, congrats, but you're missing the legal or whatever, right? Does that make sense to everybody? I'm going to stop
Yes,
sharing.
it is.
Patrick, is there anything that I didn't cover that you would like to see or know about?
No, that all made sense to me.
All right, let me stop the recording then.